My name's Katie Teague and welcome to our series Primary Music Basics. Okay, we've moved around to our piece of music, we've listened to our piece of music a couple of times, we've spoken about what we think the music is like, and now we're going to compose with it. I come in the video here in the middle of a conversation where I'm talking to the children about the song, and I can kind of feel that they're maybe not that excited about working with this piece of Schumann. So I start beatboxing in a minute, you'll hear. So I start talking about how maybe it's something that they're not familiar with, and I give them a familiar sound, and you can see on their faces, they're like, oh wow, that's so cool. So you can see that I'm trying to meet them where they are at. I'm not just going to keep saying, we're going to do this music, you might not like it, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to say, well, you might like this sound, but I want you to listen to this sound. So how can we merge our expectations? By doing this a few times, it means that you can get the children towards the music that you want to expose them to. It means that you can get them towards learning things that maybe they might feel a bit uncomfortable with doing. It doesn't work every time, being honest, but it does work the majority of the time because you're showing the children that you're respecting what they say and you're giving their voice a chance to be heard and their opinions a chance to be heard. Then maybe they'll have more interest in learning yours and thinking about what you want them to hear as well. In this video, I'm going to show you how I try to use the carousel technique in the music classroom. Sometimes we're in a small space doing music in our school and it can be really noisy and really overwhelming for us as educators, but also overwhelming for the children as well. They can't hear themselves think, they can't hear their own instrument, there's so much going on. So I'm going to show you how you can use manipulatives such as paper plates and pens and whiteboards or even lolly sticks if you've got them, to get them thinking about the rhythms that they're going to play first. So they're not spending a lot of that experimental or exploration time and composition on the instruments at first. They're going to get their ideas more concrete. Then we move on to instruments, and while we're doing that, I also set up a few iPads. Of course, we had some technical issues on the day, which I'm sure we always get in school environments, ones that haven't been charged or can't log on. But what I tend to do is put a few children on iPads on a table and then rotate children in and out of this iPad bench. I get them to create loops or drum beats or rhythms or chord pads that go along with the song that they are composing for, that go along with the music that they are creating in their compositions. I think this is a great way to engage different members of the classroom. It's a great way for children to have a bit of variety and to think of a different medium in which to express themselves. We do this in art, we do drawing, we painting, sculpture, collage and digital art. Let's do the same in music. Let's sing. Let's draw music, let's write music, let's respond to music, let's play it on instruments, let's create it digitally. It can all happen in one lesson. It's a bit plain maybe to you and a bit repetitive because it doesn't have like underneath it, which would make it sound a bit more cool. But today, we have our iPad friends. Maybe we can add some beats. We'll see. Right, so what's our task, I hear you say? We're going to make our own Soldiers March piece in pairs. We're going to use the first 2 beats of Soldiers March piece and then add 6 more beats. So the first 2 beats are the words Soldiers March. Okay, so that we've already got that bit. And then we are going to use tay-tay or tar, 1 beat notes and half beat notes. And you can put them on each plate. So for example, I thought I'd pre-prepared this, I couldn't find them, so I had to really quickly write them out again. Speed working. Can you hold that plate? Can you hold that plate? Can you hold that plate? That plate? That plate? That plate? And that plate. Okay, so this is my composition. Right, we're going to keep it that way up. That way up. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to say I bet you can say it with me. We know that these first 2 plates are Soldiers March. What's that kind of rhythm called? Yes?
It's called
Well done, tar. And this one on the two together are called?
ta-ta.
Nearly, good girl, well done. Tay-tay, yeah? So we've got tar, tay-tay. And if we have a beat, we have tar, tay-tay, tay-tay, tar. Okay, so we have, let's see if we can say it all. From our friend at the end, all the way to here. 1, 2, go. Soldiers march, tar, tar, tay-tay, tay-tay, tar, tay-tay. Does that make sense? Let's try it again. 1, 2, go. Soldiers march, tar, tar, take, 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 ta, ta. Okay, take, take, you're right, I was wrong. Can you move to the end? Then can you all move up? I know, I saw, I'm so sorry. And can you come to the end as well? This lovely lady here, can you come next to your friend and then everyone move up? Right, I've changed the piece of music. Let's try it again. 1, 2, go. Soldiers march. Ta, take, take, ta. Take, 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 ta. Amazing. Who would like to say it on their own? Go.
Soldiers march. Take, no, ta, take, take, ta, take, 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 ta.
Amazing. Very, very good. We're just going to keep this one straight because otherwise it looks like a minus sign. Don't worry, it's okay. You can't see it, so it's really hard. Let's try it backwards.
Yeah.
1, 2, go. Ta, take, 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 ta, take, take, ta, march, just so. That's a bit weird. So march, just so. Very, very hard. Okay. Do you get the idea? Yeah. So you can change around your other 6 plates, but your first 2 plates are going to be soldiers march. Now, if you want to today, you can just write that with a pen. If you want to practice how you want to write it, we've got some scrap paper at the back, and then you can stick it on with some glue if you want to. But you don't have to, you can just use pens. But if you, we'll just do that so far, and then we might use something else. So can you sit with a partner, please? You guys, can I have my plates? Then you can go and sit down. Thank you, thank you. Here I had lots of adults to help me hand out the 6 plates to each group, but you might want to pre-prepare this so that the children can just be ready to go. Put your 6 plates in a line in front of you. You might need to shuffle forward or move to the side. Have them in a line in front of you in 6 plates. And remember that your pattern starts with soldiers march, and then you can add in take, take or ta. You've got 4 minutes. Okay, with the video before, we're now about 20 minutes into the music lesson. Normally with Key Stage 2, you might want to be having a 45-minute music lesson per week. But if you've got a half an hour music lesson with your Key Stage 2, that's why 4 minutes for this task, or maybe even 2 minutes, is okay. Just get them to write a few rhythms on their plates. They can move them around while they're listening to other children to make their complete composition choice. But this helps them not just improvise a new composition. They've got it in front of them, they've got the plates, they can change it around if they want to. It makes it a bit more concrete and a bit more solidified. You can tell me the rhythm that I just clapped. Nearly listen. Yeah. Very, very good. Let's all say that. Go. Take, take, ta. Take, take, ta. Right. Do you all have your 6 plates with some information on them? Yes? Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to all clap our rhythms at the same time to just practice. Okay? So we're all going to say soldiers march, and then we will start. Okay? With your rhythm. So can everyone point to their first rhythm that they're going to start with? What's your first one? Very, very good. And point to your last one. Good. What does each plate mean? Yes.
Another beat.
A beat, exactly. 1 plate, 1 beat. Right, so we're all going to say soldiers march, and then we're going to clap our rhythm. Ready? 1, 2, go. Soldiers march. Okay, hands on our heads. So what we should be able to do, just waiting, hands on your shoulders, fingers on your nose. Well done. What we should do is we should all stop at the same time. It'll all sound very different because you've got different rhythms, but we should all stop at the same time. So we'll say soldiers march, clap, 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 stop. Okay? You ready? Know which one's first. You okay? Have you got a spare plate? No? Okay. 1, 2, go. Soldiers march. Okay, who thinks they can do theirs? You two go.
Soldiers march.
Well done. Are you dealing them out? Because you haven't got enough room. Oh. Okay, let's move you over to this side a little bit so you can spread them out a little bit. Move over there. And we'll come back to you because we've got a really good pattern. Who else would like to have a go? Off you go.
Soldiers march.
Very, very good. You guys have a go. Should we say it together? Soldiers march. Let's all clap that together. Here we go. Soldiers march. Very, very, very good. Yes.
Soldiers march. Take the
Very, very good. Let's do that again together. Remember, tar is a little bit longer. Off we go. Soldiers march. Take, tar. Take, tar, tar, take. Very, very good. Okay. So you saw different ways that I supported for success there. So you had a child that clapped on their own and they clapped really fast and they didn't quite clap their 6 beats that they'd written. But I actually, from working with this class, I could see that this child was a bit nervous and maybe this child wasn't used to just kind of presenting on their own. So I was actually really proud that they just did that. So it's like, that's great, well done. For them at that moment, that was fine. The next group, they weren't really together at all. So I had to point to the plates to help them read where they were with the beats, and that helped them. Then the next group, I wanted to hear what this child would do because they had been a little bit shy in the lesson up to now, and I was again really happy that they wanted to present what they wanted to do. And the way that they presented, I could see that they needed a bit more structuring with the sound, with me clapping it and saying it at the same time to be successful. Structure for success with your in-the-moment assessment. Sometimes children can't just do it again because they don't know quite what they're doing again or why they're doing it again or how to make it correct. So do you need to go in there and be really explicit with what they're doing? Do you need to physically show them first so they can visually learn and then copy you? Think about how you're going to change for in-the-moment success. Okay, now as you're all composers, you can decide whether you want to play on the glockenspiels again, or whether you just want to put your rhythm on some percussion from our percussion trolley. Because when you're a soldier and you're marching, there's sometimes a drum that goes along with the marching as well, so you might want to play on a drum. Just have a chat with your ensemble, that's you and the person in your group. What do you want to play? Okay, and hands on your shoulders, fingers on your nose, fingers on your knees, hands on your elbows. Okay, if you want to take something from the percussion trolley, could you stand up, please? Don't go anywhere, just stand up. Okay, that's near enough everyone. So if I can get you to line up in a percussion trolley, just take one instrument each, doesn't matter what you take. And if you want to take a glockenspiel, if you still want to use a glockenspiel, you can get glockenspiel now. What? So I tried to get the children's attention there to get them to listen to me, but actually there were lots of children that weren't ready and hadn't got their instrument and weren't able to come and sit back down on the floor ready for listening. So I went to some children and showed them how to play the instrument that they had collected, and then just waited until everyone was near a ready point. So it's about to get really noisy, but that's okay because we're doing music. I'm just going to give you a bit of help with some of the instruments that you've got. If you've got a tambourine, you want to tap the rhythm onto your other hand. If you've got a hand drum, you want to tap it with your hand. And if you've got a beater, just play it quite gently. So we're just moving on to the section where I bring out the iPads. So in the footage that you hear now, you'll be able to hear the iPads in the background while I'm talking. This doesn't bother me, it's fine. The children are engaged, I know that they know what they're doing. You can see it in the cutaway screen as well. They're experimenting with making different loops. The website that they're using will be down below for you. And that's fine. And they're experimenting just as much as other children are on their instruments. I'm seeing the iPad as an instrument. You can hear where I say, let's just stop the iPads for a minute when we want a little bit more silence and clarity to hear someone else play. But you can do this too. It's a great way to keep everyone engaged. That was better. We all stopped together. Well done. Let's try it again. 1, 2, go. Keep trying it again. 1, 2, go. Okay. Hands on your head. Hands on your shoulders. Well done. Who would like to show us how they're playing their competition? Yes. Yes. Fantastic. Very, very good. Can you have a conductor? You have someone saying, did you clap the rhythm at the same time? So after you said Soldiers March, then you clap the rhythm. Off you two go.
Soldiers March.
Fantastic. Very good. And you two, we'll just stop, pause the iPad for a second.
Soldiers March.
Fantastic. Very, very good. And can we have one of the groups from around the table? Would you like to have a go? Yeah? Beginning. 1, 2, go. Soldiers march. Okay, this time that was really, really good. Can we play it just on this G? This G or the biggest G? Okay? So which G do you want to use? The big G or the little G? The middle G. Very, very good. Let me move your rhythm so you can see. Can I just move yours up? And the other there. Thank you. Okay. Ready? And I'm going to help you by pointing to your place. You're going to just choose one note. Choose that G or the big G. Off we go. Soldiers march. Tee-tee-ta. Tee-tee-tee-tee-ta. Ta. Brilliant, ladies. Very, very good. Well done. There you have it. The children have composed a 6-beat rhythm. By playing Soldiers March, they've played a different rhythm again. They're not just using tay-tay and ta, they're doing what we call dotted rhythms as well. They didn't have to write that out, they just used the words Soldiers March. They might want to improve this next week, and we might want to change some of the notes that they want to play to make it a bit more how they want to structure it with their own ideas. It's got lots of things that can go onto it. See what you can do with it in your classroom.